Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the AUG in Call of Duty Cold War and why it's the best gun. Season 1 just dropped for Cold War, actually, so a lot of stuff has just come out, but the AUG is still the best gun in the game. As you can see, it's 3-tapping people pretty easily, so there's really no problem winning a gunfight. The only other gun that is tactical at the moment that has this 3-burst is the M16, but it's not as powerful as the AUG. The AUG is just way more powerful and just way more just accurate of a gun. It does a lot more damage, it's faster. There's just a lot more advantages to the AUG than there are the M16 in my opinion, but that's just me. As I've been playing Cold War, I haven't really found a gun I can kill or beat anyone who's using the AUG who's a decent player with. It just kind of runs through everybody. If you get a decent amount of kills, I would definitely consider using the AUG. It will get you more kills because you can just piece together kill after kill. You can just move on. You can just hit someone with a 1 burst and then move on to the next person. Like right there, I just hit him, moved on to the next person, and just looking around, checking my environment, making sure that I'm doing okay. Here I'll die because I reloaded, didn't check my environment. But other than that, it's just really user error when I die, but the gun is good. You move on really quickly from a kill to the next kill, like right there is just bam, dead, move on to the next person, and then all of a sudden then you're just piecing together more and more kills, getting more and more kill streaks. I used to not be a fan of the AUG. The reason why was because I wasn't accurate enough to hit my shots with it. I liked the spray and pray method because it was more fun and entertaining for me. But taking the time to learn how to aim with the AUG and really just slide in and do hip fire shots or quick kind of scoping people with the AUG with the 3 burst, it's really useful, and like over the time of learning how to do it and doing it, it makes the game a lot more enjoyable because you get to stay alive longer, and then you also get to again use those nicer kill streaks and score streaks and win games and just have a more enjoyable time. Like right this entire clip I've been playing on Nuketown. Nuketown is a very hard map to get a lot of score streaks on and kill streaks and piece together kills on. If anyone's played Nuketown, you would know why. It's because there's a lot of camping spots like I'm doing right here. You kind of just watch half the map while people run by you, and then you can just spray them with 1 spray and tap them down. It's really easy to do that, and then you can just kind of get more and more kills. The AUG is a really good gun to do that with. It's also a really good gun to rush with. In this clip, I'm just kind of sitting back and hitting people with it. I'm not really rushing with it that much. But there are opportunities where you can rush with it, and then you can just hip fire people and still get the same effectiveness as you would be aiming down your sight, because the 3-tap is still the same damage as it would be when you're aimed down the sight. It's just more spread out. Another good tip for Nuketown is when you need a care package or any kind of kind of kill streak or score streak where you need to sit for a while. Sitting in the back of the map here in these 2 little kind of garden bed areas. The other side has the same kind of thing. Behind C is the same kind of thing where there's like a little safety area you can like take cover in. And you can kind of like take a second to like figure out what you need to do, or kind of do whatever with your score streak, or call in your care package. You can call it in from like the safety of the little garden bed there. And then as you saw, you can just kind of come out in safety and see people. But yeah, this spot over here where you can see half the map is a really good spot. I would really recommend using it for anybody else who uses the AUG or even the M16 or any kind of sniper or tactical rifle. You can really just sit here and just hit half the map and half the people until they know exactly where you're at. And then they'll come around the corner and get you, but until that time, it's a really good spot to just kind of sit and hit people from, because they can't really hit you or see you and until it's too late, and then you can just kind of 1 burst them down. It's a really good area to kind of just keep gathering more and more score and streaks at, and then once they do finally kill you, you'll be back in that area that I was talking about, in that garden bed area, and you'll have all your streaks ready to be able to use again.
Hostile marksman.
My favorite thing to do on Nuketown, if you're not very good at rushing and like just kind of piecing together a ton of kills by just spraying people down really quickly and rushing through, is by finding these little like nooks and crannies and just kind of hitting people from the side and getting my kills that way. You won't get as many kills as all the people who rush through, but you will still have a good game. You'll be able to piece together a decent amount of streaks and probably have some fun while doing it. And like that's right there. It's another good thing with the AUG is that like you can rush out from behind a corner and see somebody and just kind of panic fire, and you'll get the kill probably more than likely, just because it has good spray ability and also the free tap ability too. I'd say the only thing I really don't like about the AUG is having to use the original scope at the very start. It's really hard to see around the area that you're aiming at. It's really like a sniper but with a machine gun, so it's a little hard to use at first, but once you get used to it and you're done with the AUG sight, then you kind of just move on to whatever sight you like, and then it's a lot easier at that point because you use whatever sight specializes for you. Like for me, the ×2 sight is the easiest sight for me. My friends use a lot of the red dots or holographic sights. It just works for them better. But for me, the ACOG and 2x sights work for me. I can see around, as you can see, my scope lets me see like what's around me, but I still have the ability to see down the sight, so I can get a lot of accurate shots down range. If someone's like corner peeking like they were right there, or if I'm corner peeking like I was right there still too, you can see that I can still kind of get a good glimpse of what's around me and still look down that area very accurately. With red dots, it's a lot easier to rush, but for me it's a lot harder to see that accurately farther distance with a red dot, but for other people it's not that big of a deal. But for me, I like the 2x sights so that I can see down range. Like right there, I saw that guy head glitching and was able to just tap him real quick and move on to his buddy before they were able to kill me, and now I'm securing B. So for all in all, I'd say the AUG is a pretty good gun. I don't really have a lot of complaints about it, but at some point I assumed that they're going to patch it, so I would use it before they patch it. That way you can know what the AUG was like before the patches come out. But at the same time, we've seen it in the past where they don't patch some guns and they just kind of let guns go. I know it was a long time ago, but like the MP40 for instance in World at War, that gun was the best gun throughout the entire game, and they never patched it, and it just kept going and going and going. But in recent days they've been better at patching guns, so I assume this gun will probably get patched at some point. They might lower the damage, they might make it more inaccurate, they might make it slower, who knows what they might do, but at the same time they might not patch it. But that's all I have to say about the AUG. It's still one of the best guns, if not the best gun in Cold War right now, even after the Season 1 drop started today on the 16th, so we will see what happens in the future. But if you like this video or want to see more videos like this in the future, leave a comment, like the video, subscribe, and I'll be coming out with more of this content later.